There are no moral phenomena, only a moral interpretation of phenomena. The will to overcome a passion is in the end merely the will of another or several other passions. Necessity is not a fact, but an interpretation. Distrust all in whom the impulse to punish is powerful. The two great European narcotics, alcohol and Christianity. Whoever despises himself still esteems the despiser within himself. Whoever has really sacrificed anything knows that he wanted and got something in return. One must have all the virtues to sleep well. Shall I bear false witness? Shall I commit adultery? Shall I covet my neighbor's maid? All that would go ill with good sleep. Success has always been the worst of liars. The thought of suicide is a great consolation one can get through many a bad night with it. God created woman and ended. That was the end of boredom, but of other things to woman was God's second mistake. It is a distinction to have many virtues, but a hard lot. It is my ambition to say in 10 sentences what other men say in whole books, what other men do not say in whole books. Convictions are more dangerous enemies of truth than lies. Talking much about oneself may be a way of hiding oneself. To use the same words is not a sufficient guarantee of understanding. One must use the same words for the same genesis of inward experience. Ultimately, one must have one's experiences in tow. The vanity of others runs counter to our taste only when it runs counter to our vanity. One person seeks a midwife for his thoughts, the other, someone he can assist. Here is the origin of a good conversation. Believe me, the secret of the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment of existence is to live dangerously. One should part from life as Odysseus parted from Nausicaa, with a blessing rather than in love. God is dead, but considering the state man is in, there will perhaps be caves for ages yet, in which his shadow will be shown. Great indebtedness does not make man grateful, but vengeful, and if a little charity is not forgotten, it turns into a knowing war. Let us not underestimate the privileges of the mediocre. As one climbs higher, life becomes ever harder. The coldness increases, responsibility increases. One does not hate as long as one has a low esteem of someone, but only when one esteems him as an equal or a superior. Hope is the worst of evils, for it prolongs the torment of man. We praise or blame as one or the other affords more opportunity for exhibiting our power of judgment. Man's maturity to have regained the seriousness that he had as a child at play. Insanity is the exception in individuals, in groups, parties, peoples, and times it is the rule. Morality is the herd instinct in the individual. There is always some madness in love, but there is also always some reason in madness.